So this video is really aimed at people who are looking to invest in some gear and they're not sure about the investment, whether it's going to be either too expensive or maybe they don't need it. But basically, what I'm here to talk about is my experience in buying gear either secondhand or buying it new and then being able to sell it again later once I've had it for a period of time and I don't need it anymore or it's time to upgrade. So basically I was in a situation where I had a DSLR, I was doing good for the jobs that needed, say, interviews or B-roll footage, very simple kind of situations. And then I found that people were asking me to record conferences. And so at that time, with the Canon 60D at that time, you can only record for 12 minutes. So that was quite a limitation, I couldn't do conferences. So I invested in an EX1 and I was thinking, oh, it's quite a big price jump from buying a Canon 60D DSLR to buying an EX1. So I found one secondhand and purchased it, and basically it just enabled a whole huge amount of ability to film a whole range of things. So that was a really worthwhile investment and I still have it today. And even though I have an FS100, which is great because I can do extended recording with that and I can get the DSLR style look, and I'm filming with an A7S now, so I've got DSLR, I've got large sensor camera, and then I've got an EX1, which is small sensor, quite an old style look, but you can have electronic zoom with the EX1. So I've got all those cameras, and at any time I can sell those cameras. And of course, by having it, naturally things go down in price when you sell it, you do lose a bit of money. But I have a really good story of when I had 3 light panels that I bought from China, and it was about $2,000 for 3 light panels. It was a big investment. I was like, oh, these are, it's a $2,000 investment. After having them for maybe 3 years, I basically decided I'm going to go for a more compact setup, and that basically I moved from these big 1000 light panels down to these really compact apertures, and this just made everything more portable, so it was just a natural time to upgrade gear. And so I bought them for $2,000, and then perhaps around almost 3 years down the track I sold them for half the price that I bought them. So basically it was $1,000 to rent them for 3 years. So it worked out a really positive experience. So my message is basically, if you're looking to invest in some gear, just think, is there something that other people might want to buy? And in the field of video production and photography, everyone wants to get into the game. So it's a really good investment. If you buy things that are worthwhile to someone down the track, then you're going to find that you can have things for a lot cheaper than you actually think. So you might look at the initial price tag, or if you can find it secondhand, even better, and then you can resell it. The same with lenses. Like I found a lens that was perhaps like $350, and then I used it for like a year and then sold it for $300. A year later. So that's really a fantastic experience. It's the cheapest way to rent if you buy secondhand and happen to sell secondhand and it's a popular item. So don't be afraid to buy things that are a little bit sort of, you might say, oh, they're pretty expensive, but if you can go for that level above of what you're thinking within reason, then you'll be much happier with the purchase. You'll be able to achieve things that are much better looking, or maybe you're more versatile as a freelance videographer to take on more jobs. So I hope that gives you a bit of encouragement to go and buy the kind of stuff that you want. Not saying to buy a super expensive cinema camera, but if you want to get that, the more expensive light panel, or you want to get that lens, or you want to get a camera that will help you film conferences, then it's going to probably be a worthwhile investment with the strategy that you can sell it after you're done with it. If you want to hear more of these video production business tips kind of videos and my experience, just let me know what you're interested in and I'll be happy to help.